before the video begins, there's actually a few announcements I need to put out. Number one, there is a goal on Patreon. If we hit $300 a month, I will dress up in an outfit that is per the Patreon members' request. There's one request so far, and it's me just being nude for a video. Can we get another suggestion, please? Anyway, and then $500 a month will get me in a maid outfit for a video, which, you know, not better, but at least I'm wearing some type of article of clothing, so you know, that's a thing. Number two, that is getting close to the end of the month, so I'm bringing back wallpaper commissions. However, there is a catch this time around that I didn't really think about last time, is that if I do wallpaper commissions, if you ask for new Patreon members that come into Patreon, any level tier, if you ask for a wallpaper, it must consist of my OC, or Blue, or Miss Saratome, or any of the original characters. If it doesn't, then it's just me kind of just stealing models of everybody else's thing. It's just kind of weird, so that's just how it is. It has to consist of one of the OCs, or it's just not going to be able to be a good picture. Without any further ado, let's get it going. But first, our combo for today.
Supreme victory!
So the first character we have to start off is we're gonna go to Guilty Gear, and it's Ramlethal, or Ramlethal if you're feeling American enough. But yeah, Ramlethal is some type of ultimate weapon, or some type of ultimate saving weapon or something like that. I'm not necessarily sure. Again, I'm not that knowledgeable in Guilty Gear. I'm not. But from what I know, she's not human. She is some type of being that is supposedly something's for me. It's weird. I'm not sure what the story of Guilty Gear is, honestly. I'm not even gonna cover it up. But she's like the ultimate something. Let's just be perfectly clear. I don't know what Ramlethal is. I don't know anything about her to the highest of details. But I think she looks good. And from what I've seen of her, she plays kind of nice. You know, it's not that bad. I do think it's a bit rough on how you had to deal with her in Xrd Rev 2, because that's the information I'm pulling this stuff up with when it comes to Ramlethal. But, you know, it's nice. She has some nice moves. She has some big-ass great swords, and I'm down for that. And you know what? This is a nice, dark-skinned-ass lady. 100% will like to clap. By far, the finest dark-skinned lady that I've seen in a very long time. So, you know, I'm completely down for that. Also, the girl likes hamburgers, so, you know, taking her out on a date would be fairly easy and fairly cheap. You could take her out to McDonald's and you'd be having a nice ass time afterwards, clapping her McDonald's cheeks. So, you know, it's gonna be a fairly nice time. Also, she doesn't wear damn near anything except for a few bit of clothing sometimes. And when she getting real serious, she also acts really feral, which is honestly kind of a bit of a turn on, not gonna lie. So yeah, when it comes down to it, Ramlethal is a nice ass character, someone I would highly recommend to be around, and personally she is a joy. So I would honestly give Ramlethal about a, this is gonna sound ridiculous, but a 9 out of 10.
Ramlethal, win!
Anyway, let's move on to Street Fighter now. I was gonna do Chun-Li, but I don't feel like I'm ready for that yet. But why, so instead of Chun-Li, why not go to Cammy? Because we haven't brought out Cammy yet, surprisingly. And Cammy, she has a bit of interesting history when it comes to, you know, M. Bison and all the stuff with Shadowloo and all that crazy ass stuff. You know, she was turned into one of the doll girls as well, but then I maybe think that's a clone too, which is also a bit weird. But, you know, she had a whole history of trying to stop Bison and his weird ass plans, or, you know, anything that he's trying to do. and she looking damn good doing it as well. I mean, the first thing you're gonna see off of Cammy, if you never played Street Fighter before, you're gonna see them big ass thighs. You're gonna see those nice ass cheeks and them nice ass thighs. That's the first thing you're gonna examine when you see Cammy. You're just like, now hold up a minute, because she's looking a little too good. She's looking a little too good. Don't let them legs fool you though, because them legs will snap your neck if you're not careful. Screw crushing a watermelon. She's just gonna break your neck and call it a day, because it's much easier. While I can't necessarily say I'm too familiar with everything when it comes to Cammy, but I know who she is enough to kind of figure out the small bits and details when it comes to her. So, you know, Cammy is definitely someone I would enjoy and possibly would break my arm in the bed. Not gonna lie, she probably would. Anyway, Cammy to me is about an 8 out of 10. She's not bad. She's not bad at all, honestly. Cammy's about an 8 out of 10, for me personally. Next up we gotta talk about is Soul Calibur, which is Shanghai. Now, Shanghai, I'll be straight up with you, she's about a 6 out of 10. I don't hate Shanghai, but I don't necessarily overly love her as a character, you know? I don't necessarily have that affectionate side for Shanghai. And the reason why we're also putting her in on this video is because last time with the whole, you know, breast cancer awareness version of this, I did mention her, but I didn't put her in because, you know, she ain't packing that heat. So definitely now we're putting her into this one. But when it comes to Shanghai, I know she's like, has some bit of prestigiousness to her. I know she's a bit, you know, graceful, but she also has the playful side. And really, because of how she is, she kind of reminds me like your generic heroine every so often in your anime or media or whatever you consume, honestly. It just feels like regular heroine character template number 1. If I'm being perfectly honest with you. While she's cute and I like her, I don't necessarily think I need her 100% of the time. So definitely Shanghai is about a 6 out of 10, unfortunately. Tira from Soul Calibur. Now, funny enough with this one, I was horrified of her as a child when I saw her. Not really overly because of her appearance, but more so off of one damn voice line she had in Soul Calibur 4, which was, "I'm gonna eat your heart out," because I was legit not thinking exactly like, oh, you know, because my brain was actually like, oh crap, she's actually gonna rip it out and actually kill me. Keep in mind, I was a child at this time. Still, do not, you know, have the brain set that I have right now. So of course, if I hear it now, I'm gonna be like, didn't do it. It's a turn on. So of course, I'm gonna act kind of weird when it comes to it. But yeah, Tira overall, definitely I do like her. She's a lot less scarier now than she was back then. But you know, I do really like how she is, and I like how that she has a split personality as well, which is like, I think Joy and like something else. I can't necessarily remember what the names were of her split personality. I know one was called Joy, but I can't remember the other one. So yeah, when it comes to Tira, I'll give her about an 8 out of 10. I don't mind Tira. I don't mind her. Next one is Rachel Alucard, because yeah, she looking kind of good too. Let's be perfectly honest. When it comes to Rachel, she's a very important character. She is a very strong ass character, but also a very encouraging character in a way, I suppose, because you know, she does a lot of stuff for Ragnar and the crew, basically keeping them alive, trying to end the loop that they're living in when it comes to the BlazBlue universe. And pretty much, yeah, while it's weakening her, it definitely does, you know, help out with stopping the loop and all the nonsense that has came down when it came to it. So, you know, it is how it is when it comes to it. I think Rachel is a very interesting looking character. At first I thought she was an asshole character, but she's not. She's actually a hero character. And while she might be, you know, talking mad crap about you, or might possibly, you know, not really show too much concern over you, like, personally, definitely she does care about her friends, and definitely cares about, you know, giving everybody the life that they deserve. And as her job as an observer, even though she's supposed to only observe and not act, she does act anyway, especially when it comes to life-threatening situations, which makes her a lot more braver than I first originally thought, honestly. I can see why Alice likes her a lot. So yeah, when it comes down to it, definitely Rachel Alucard is about a solid 9 out of 10, and I try to play her and I try to, you know, get her combos, and she has some decent combos. I ain't gonna lie when it comes to Blaze Blue. She got some decent ass combos. So, you know, Rachel Alucard is easily, I would say, a 9 out of 10, and she cute as hell too. If you don't think you want to smash Rachel Alucard, you a lie. So, you know, she's gonna observe this big ass penis, so that's gonna be one thing she's gonna get. So yeah, definitely 9 out of 10 for her. Now the last character is got to be someone weird, because, you know, every single video of these has to have someone that's weird, and I'm choosing Elphelt from Guilty Gear. And I don't know much about Elphelt. I know that she has a story, which I don't know yet, but from just looking at the arcade of things, it's a bit strange. But I have to put on here because she's a damn 10 out of 10. Ain't no possible way I'm not gonna put her as a 10 out of 10. So, without knowing the story, because from what I've seen, it sounds like a lot of people are just like, something bad has happened to her, so, you know, that's just how it is. But when it comes to her, from just first couple of experiences with her, she is on some, you know, thirsty ass energy, because she's looking for a husband, and she's always on some horny ass energy or something like that. Talking about some, alright, when we get married, we're gonna have 3 kids, we're gonna be living in the suburbs, we're gonna be doing all this type of stuff. And I'm like, calm down, lady. She reminds me of a Make from Medaka Box in the manga. Honestly, like, both of those two get along very nicely. And, you know, like, don't get me wrong, like, if she wants to start a family, that's fine, but like, don't you want to learn about the person that you're around first? Like, don't you want to know stuff about them? And then when she's fighting like a girl character, she's always talking about her womanhood and how it might not be as good as hers or something like that. I don't know. Elphelt is freaking weird. But is she horny? Yes. Would I clap? Yes. Will she probably take my seed? She'll probably jack me for it, honestly. She's probably gonna rob me for it and then force me onto, you know, starting a family. But you know what? That's fine. At least she has a gun and she can protect, you know, the family that she cares for. And you know what? That's better than Mew, because guess what? Mew just wants to have a kid just because she want to be like, you know, acting like she all that, but she really not. She really is not. What Mew gonna protect me with? A damn condom launcher? No, I ain't down for that. So, you know, Elphelt, as horny as she is, as lewd as she is, and the first damn thing you're gonna see off of her is some big old tits. Definitely, I'll give Elphelt a chance. Like, I'll give her more of a chance than more other characters than, you know, that is in the same realm of her. So I'll give her a 10 out of 10. I don't know what the story is for her, but I will give her a 10 out of 10. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to bring up with this one when it comes to the fighting game edition of Rate the Waifu. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification way out. Also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and like this channel, Patreon, and Ko-Fi's available as well. And until then, it's your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed time.
Baby, say my name as if you got a fucking clue. Always caught up in the moment, not condoning what I do. I've been messing with my chemistry to find the better me, putting thoughts up on the page in hopes that you could get to me. Been this way since legit, my brain couldn't quit. Running from my issues, roll the pain in a spliff, fade away every hit. Nobody needed me, too afraid to commit.